Hey YouTubers, how you guys going? Nervous Neuron here. Well, I've got at least 100 ideas for videos that I want to make. But the annoying thing is, the more ideas I get, the less actual videos I make, because there's like too much time thinking about the ideas and not enough actual talking about it. And when I think about things too much, they don't actually get done because I have to make it perfect. And that will never ever happen because, oh my god, I need to do more research for it. So I thought, scrap that completely. I'll just do a blog of where I am at my life. I guess the most exciting thing that has happened in my life is getting accepted for one of these Doctor of Philosophy or PhD. I got approved and enrolled and all that probably this month, I think. But I've been working there at the lab on a particular research project for quite some time, collecting data, and it's coming along quite nicely, so that's good. But yes, I'm doing an actual PhD. I'm so excited. But of course I've got my excitement bits that I'm happy about and the things I'm nervous about. And since this is Nervous Neuron, I'll talk about what I'm nervous about. First of all, the social aspect of this whole thing. As you may or may not know, I have social anxiety disorder. So first of all, even before doing my PhD, I started working in the lab. Getting to know my lab mates, just going to the first lab meeting and meeting everybody. I kept thinking, oh my god, like, they think this, like, they think I'm weird, or I'm being annoying, or I'm being boring, or I'm not talking enough, I'm talking too much, and try to ignore it as best as I can, but not easy. But I'm so pleased because I'm getting along with all my lab mates. Thank goodness. I really like everyone there. But the really good thing is I had a friend already from undergrad that I knew. Hi David. That made it all so much better because I had someone there to kind of introduce me to people and whatever. It was like the social bridge, basically. But then there's the actual other PhD students, which I don't really know very well, except for the one that is in my lab. Hi, Rowan. But, like, there's a postgrad or a PhD room where they all hang out and they all do their work. But, like, it makes me so nervous to go in there because, like, you know, I went in there and they like make small talk, and I'm not good at freaking small talk, and I don't know what to do, and oh my gosh, what the hell do I do? And it turns into like awkwardness and me like, yeah, I'll leave now. Bye. Nice meeting you. And I feel like such an idiot. Because of that, I don't really know the other PhD students in my department well. The Department of Psychology, by the way, at my uni. And I feel so bad because some of them have made a real effort to be nice. Like, someone cleaned the desk for me and everything. And, like, sometimes they, like, wave hello and stuff in the corridor. And I don't know if it's one of them or someone random, like just a random undergrad student that I'm waving at. I hate it because I can't remember people's faces. I can't recognise them. But yeah, what I do then is simply avoid it and just let it be. Like, try not to think about it too much because I don't want to be in the lab thinking, oh my gosh, I think that she thinks that just gets ridiculous, and that's called anxiety taking over your life. Oh yes, and another thing about social anxiety, I guess people might watch this because I'm not really giving much details. I don't really like to talk about my feelings, my actual proper feelings too much. Mainly, number one, I don't really know how to. I don't really know to describe what I'm feeling or whatever. But yeah, it might not look like, oh, she's just a bit nervous to walk into a room full of people or whatever. But like the things you do, like I don't like to eat in front of strangers, and there's like a staff room with microwave and fridge or whatever that you use. And what I have to do is I have to be the first one in there, and there's all magazines. I have to have a magazine out to pretend I'm reading the magazine, because what I can't have is me eating my food and someone walking in, and even worse, they sit down to eat and they're in the room and I'm in the room and we're strangers, and there's like awkward silence because you don't really talk to strangers, and I don't want to talk to strangers. But yeah, they're just there, and I can't stop thinking about their presence. I just want them out. But if I have a magazine, I feel a lot more relaxed, like I'm doing something, and I don't have to acknowledge their presence. I guess that's it. I kind of feel like I should somehow acknowledge their presence or do something, but I don't know what. And if there's people already in there, I'll walk right out. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I haven't had lunch. I'm not sitting down and eating in front of people when there's people there first. But if I'm having friends with a lunch, I don't care who sits down or who was there first. That's all gone if there's just a friend there. It's probably the worst if it's an acquaintance or like just someone I've met once and said hello to, because then really, like with a stranger, I don't have to acknowledge their presence. Like I don't really know if I should or not. But with someone that knows me, I don't know if I should then, like, kind of feel obligated. And but I always say to myself, they're in the same shoes, like they should say hi first, you know, like why do I have to, or whatever, so they get ignored, bad luck. But sometimes I'll just get up and leave, chuck my food away, I've finished. I'm not sitting there any longer, thank you. Then there's walking down a corridor, I'm coming this way and the other person's coming this way, and we're going to intersect like that. That makes me so nervous because I don't know what on earth to do. Like, do I look at them or should I be looking away? But if I look away and if it's someone I know, I embarrass myself because they're all like, oh, you were totally spacing out and you didn't see me. Oh, hello, wake up. And I'm like, oh, I was deliberately ignoring you, but as a person, but I didn't recognise who you were because I wasn't looking at you. Or if I didn't have my glasses on, that's the excuse I use. I sometimes deliberately don't wear my glasses, and then when that happens, I go, oh shit, sorry, I didn't see your face. Oh, yep, I know you. Hi, sorry, I'm a bit blind. Yeah, that's the excuse I use. Then there is going to the toilet at the same time as someone else. If they're already in the cubicle, it's alright. The problem is when I walk in straight after someone or someone walks in straight after me. The worst is when I walk straight in after someone, and if I know that's going to happen, I'll do a lap around the building, or because our toilets are in the stairwell and there's stacks of them, so I'll just go up the stairwell and go to the next toilet because I'm not following someone into a toilet. No way. Or if someone, like I'm on the toilet and someone got out and finished their shit and all that, they finish pissing, I wait till they're outside of the toilet because I don't want to follow them, like get out of my cubicle at the same time either. Can't do that. And then there is the worst situation ever, where you actually bump into someone that you don't really see often or whatever, and they start making small talk. I always freaking embarrass myself because I'm suck at small talk. Like, how it seems to go is they say, oh hi, how are you? And I'm like, yeah, good thanks, how are you going? And then they say something and I answer it with a yes or no question, and I try to think of something to elaborate on it, you know, to get the conversation going, like, whoa, I can't think of anything, and it ends up being just, they ask questions, and I'm like, yeah, nah, yeah. If it's a good day, I actually do the conversation properly. I think of long-winded answers, and then I think of things to actually ask them back, and then we get an awesome conversation going. But no, like, just today, even when I was leaving, I bumped into a lecturer I had. He was like, so, how are you going? Doing honours? I'm like, no, PhD, I did honours last year. And then, really, that's all I had to say. Like, you know, what are you doing? Lecturing still? How's the lecturing going? How many lectures you got? You know, it's all things. I don't really care how many lectures he's got or whatever. Sorry to be honest, but I don't really give a damn. It's just for the sake of talking to someone, and I don't know, like, on one end, I want to be honest and not talk about things we don't want to hear about. But on the other hand, I want to be polite and get a good conversation going, because that eventually leads to something interesting that will be talked about. It just may seem silly to you guys, like little things, you know, who cares, basically. But they matter to me, and they make me so, oh my god, my heart will explode, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just want to wear a t-shirt that says, please excuse my social skills, I'm not being rude, I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing sometimes, okay? And yeah, like, I don't know, like, there's no one evaluates you and go, yes, I like that, I like that. They go behind your back and they're like, she didn't make eye contact with me, she's so weird because of that. And, oh my god, I'm sorry. But the thing is, what I've found is when it comes to nice people and the people you care about, what really matters is just, it doesn't matter if my social skills are shit and I'm a bit weird, as long as I'm nice, nice, it's a bit of a subjective word, I'm okay. People will put up with a lot of eccentricities, eccentricities, I think that's how you would pronounce that word, and weirdness and odd behaviour. I hate this because there's nothing like, there's nothing specific, it's just weird, odd, eccentric behaviour that I've been described as. Don't tell me exactly what I do wrong. A lot of people put up with it, and a lot of people actually like people like that are a little bit different. So I guess that's good for me. But I don't think it's that bad. I mean, some people really suffer with this shit and they can't go out, they can't talk to people, whatever, because I've still got friends, I've got people I get along with well, so I don't know what they're saying about me behind my back. I seem to maintain an air of decent mental health, because some people are surprised when I tell them I've had a history of depression, major depressive episodes, or social anxiety disorder. They're like, oh. But sometimes to some people, when I explain further and say I thought this and that, they're like, oh, you know, that does explain some of, you know, why you haven't been talking to me, or why you never talk back, or whatever. There you go. And anyway, this is me while I'm relatively feeling alright. This used to be a lot worse. I used to avoid classes sometimes, tutorials, when I knew I had to sit next to strangers and I had to talk to them. Sometimes I would miss lectures because I was too nervous. But I can get away with this because now we're coming to a computer age where everything's being put on computers and whatever. So if I miss a lecture, I just listen to it, no problem. I could miss a certain percentage of classes, so I'd save them, because I'm pretty good with attendance and all that. I'd save it up to when I feel really anxious and then just not rock up, not say anything, because I would be even worse. I would like this. It's actually pretty. The thing about social anxiety is I'm so anxious that someone else will know that I'm anxious. So just writing a note like this: sorry, I felt really nervous today. Just like I wouldn't know how to word that, and like you'd probably need a doctor's certificate. So going to the doctor. And going to a psychiatrist, can you please sign? Like, I was going to actually do it for an exam or something. All I had to do was just get my psychiatrist to sign something. I was too nervous to ask the fucking psychiatrist to fucking sign it. So I'm like, screw this. I don't care if I get a crap mark on my exams. I'll put up with it. Like, I'd rather that than ask someone. But yeah, the thing that really helped me is I had a stable group of friends at uni. Even though like I did start avoiding them as well, which is really fucking frustrating, especially during a depressive episode, because then you're like, oh my gosh, they'll see me like this, and my gosh, that's just disaster. And a lot of those friends don't actually know, would have never known about my depression or anxiety or anything. So I never really talk about it. I only really talk about it on the internet, ironically, and the ones that do know probably found out from actually watching my YouTube or whatever. But most friends, I assume, don't watch this. Mainly because I don't know how to drop it into the conversation. It's like blah blah blah, this, that. Oh, by the way, I have social anxiety disorder. I just thought I'd let you know. It's the same with like coming out about being gay or whatever. Like, by the way, I thought I should let you know that I'm asexual. Like, that's actually easier to say because when we're talking about, how's your boyfriend or whatever, and then I'm like, I'm actually not looking for a boyfriend because I'm asexual, I'm not interested, thank you. And then, yeah, there you have a conversation. Well, that's it from me. And all I can really say is it's so much easier to talk at people, like on YouTube, than to talk with people. Stupid, ain't it? But oh well. Catch you guys later. See ya.